Hi everyone! In today's video we are going to be talking about representing money to $10. It can be found on page 139 of your Jump Math book, so if you'd like to open up your book to page 139 you can work along with me. Alright everybody, let's get started. We're going to start by looking at question number 1. Okay, and question number 1, it asks you to count by 10, 5, and 25. So for question A you're going to be counting by 10. For question B, you're going to be counting by 5. And for question C, you're going to be counting by 25. All right? You're going to be counting all the way to 100 each time. All right? That's your stopping point, is once you reach 100. Now, once you do this question, so you'll be counting 10, 20, 30, and so on, all the way to 100. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and so on, all the way to 100. 25, 50, 75, and so on to 100. Okay, so now once you have figured that out, question 1 will help you with question number 2, because it asks you for question 2a, how many dimes are in a loonie? All you have to do is look at when you skip counted by 10. How many times did you have to count by 10 to get to 100? That will tell you how many dimes are in a loonie. We know a loonie is 100 cents. Okay. Simply count the number of times that you counted by 10 all the way to 100 cents. All right? For question B, 2B asks you how many nickels are in a loonie? Well, use your work from question 1B. Count how many times you counted by 5 to get to 100. And that will tell you how many nickels are in a loonie. Same with letter 2C. It asks you how many quarters are in a loonie. Count how many times you counted by 25 in order to get to 100 cents. And that will tell you how many quarters are in a loonie. All right? So that covers question 1A, B, and C, and questions 2A, B, and C. There is a bonus that asks how many pennies are in a loonie, and I think we did that in a previous page, so I think you can figure that one out. Let's take a look at question number 3. In question number 3, the point of all of the questions is to find out how many coins are in a toonie. Okay, that's kind of your end goal for questions A, B, C, and D for question 3. All right, so how many coins like dimes, nickels, quarters, pennies can be found in a toonie? So it's playing with the toonie a little bit to see what coin values are worth $2. So in the example that they give you, they start with a toonie is equal to 1 loonie plus another loonie. So we know that there's 2 loonies in a toonie. But now what if we want to find out how many dimes are in a toonie? Well, we can break this down even further. 2 loonies, and I'm going to kind of come down here now, even though yours extends out straight. We're going to find out how many dimes are in each loonie. So let's think about that. How many dimes are in this loonie? Did you say there's 10 dimes in a loonie? You're correct. How many dimes in this loonie? No, it's the same, so it's 10. Great job. Now we want to find out, okay, well if I know there's 10 dimes in one loonie, 10 dimes in the other loonie, how many dimes are there all together in a toonie? 10 plus 10 equals what? Did you say 20? You are correct. If I were to count by 10, 20 times, I would get 200. There's 200 cents in a toonie. So to figure out this question, we went through a couple steps. We broke it down into loonies first. I know that there's 2 loonies in a toonie. Then I broke it down into dimes. Okay, what's this loonie worth in dimes? There's 10 plus, what's this loonie worth in dimes? 10. So now I simply add them up to find out, okay, what's the total number of dimes all together in a toonie? And there are 20 dimes in a toonie. Okay, let's take a look at another example. I'm going to leave the beginning part because the next question starts when it says nickels in a toonie. It starts the same way. A toonie is equal to 2 loonies. Now we want to find out, okay, well, how many nickels are in each loonie? So this answer can be found in question number 2B. How many nickels in this loonie plus how many nickels in this loonie? Okay, look in question 2B to get the answer. That will tell you how many nickels there are in total in a toonie. Okay, so you're just simply going to add this one plus this one to get the total number of nickels in a toonie. All right, in the next question, it starts again the same way. A toonie is worth 2 loonies, but now let's break it down into quarters. Okay, oops, that's not a quarter. We'll break it into quarters. So how many quarters in this loonie plus how many quarters in this loonie equals how many quarters all together. Okay, this is to find out how many quarters there are in a toonie. Well, we know there's 2 loonies. This loonie is worth how many quarters? Plus this loonie is worth how many quarters? That equals how many quarters all together. You simply add those 2 numbers together. That'll tell you how many quarters there are in a toonie. Just breaking it down step by step. That's question 3C. For question 3D, I don't have any penny things like this, but you're going to do the same thing. Okay, it's a toonie equals a loonie plus a loonie. How many pennies are in a loonie plus how many pennies are in another loonie? And then you simply add them up to find out how many pennies are in a toonie. Okay, you can even try the bonus. The bonus asks you how many pennies are in a toonie and a loonie. So then you'll have to add that up. All right, so that's how you do question number 3. We want to find out in the end how many dimes, nickels, and quarters there are in a toonie. Getting you used to dollar values. Okay, let's take a look at your next question, number 4. That's going to be asking you about a $5 bill. There are so many ways to make 5. They give you an example in 5A. I can go 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. Of course, that would be a loonie plus a loonie plus a loonie plus a loonie plus a loonie. 5 loonies equals $5. But guess what? I can make 5 other ways using a 1 and a 2. I can do it using 3 coins, and I can do it using 4 coins. Whoops, right off the page there. All right, so you have to use only toonies and loonies to fill in these blanks, and it has to equal to 5. All right, so using 1s and 2s, fill in the blanks to equal 5. Question number 5 is the exact same thing, except now they show you the toonies and the loonies. So now it looks like this. A $5 bill, and look at this, everybody, I have a $5 bill, equals how many loonies? Well, this was the same as question 4A. There were 5 loonies in a $5 bill. For questions 5, B, and C, you're going to do the same idea, except now they're going to add in toonies, okay? So that equals, if I can move this over a little bit, that equals how many toonies plus how many loonies. Okay, you're going to fill in those blanks for questions 5, B, and C. For question number 6, you simply are going to find the total amount of money. So if I have, for example, a $5 bill, a loonie, and a toonie, what does that equal? Well, I simply add up my dollars. 5, 6, 7, 8. I have $8, okay? And you're going to do that for all the questions in 6A, B, C, and D. And question 7, they're going to give you dollars and cents. So I might have something like this plus this. What is my total now? What does that equal in dollars and cents? All right, now I'm going to add up my dollars. 5, 6, 7, 8. And then I add up my cents, 25, 30. So I'm just adding up my dollars first and then adding up my cents to find how many dollars and cents I have in total. Okay, everybody, you're stopping at question number 7, so I'm going to stop at question number 7. So please do pages 139 to 141, questions 1 through 7. Work along with me so that you can get a good idea of how to do it. Thanks and bye for now.